In the first debate, Donald Trump had the opportunity to answer a very simple question, which was, do you denounce white supremacy? And he punted mostly. Even easier, perhaps, is do you denounce and distance yourself from the QAnon movement? And he didn't do any better. Take a look.
Down our cities that are run by Democrats who don't know what they're doing.
While we're denouncing, let me ask you about QAnon. It is this theory that Democrats are a satanic pedophile ring and that you are the savior of that. Now, can you just once and for all state that that is completely not true and that disavow QAnon in its entirety?
I know nothing about QAnon.
I just told you.
I know very little. You told me, but what you tell me doesn't necessarily make it fact. I hate to say that. I know nothing about it. I do know they are very much against pedophilia. They fight it very hard, but I know nothing about it.
They believe it is a satanic cult run by the deep state.
Study the subject. I'll tell you what I do know about. I know about Antifa, and I know about the radical left, and I know how violent they are and how vicious they are, and I know how they're burning down cities run by Democrats, not run by Republicans.
Republican Senator Ben Sass said, quote, QAnon is nuts, and real leaders call conspiracy theories conspiracy theories. Why not just say it's crazy and not true?
He may be right. I just don't know about QAnon.
You do know.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Let me ask you another thing.
Let's waste a whole show. You start off with white supremacy. I denounce it. You start off with something else. Let's go. Keep asking me these questions.
I do have one more in this vein.
Let me just tell you, what I do hear about it is they are very strongly against pedophilia. And I agree with that. I mean, I do agree with that, and I agree with it.
But there's not a satanic pedophile cult being run by.
I know nothing about that.
You don't know that? Okay.
No, I don't know that. Neither do you know that.
Okay, just this week you retweeted.
Why aren't you asking me about Antifa? Why aren't you asking me about the radical left?
Because you're
why aren't you asking Joe Biden questions about why doesn't he condemn Antifa? Why does he say it doesn't exist?
Because you're here before me.
No, excuse me. That's so cute. Antifa exists. They're vicious.
That's what I needed. I needed to see him refer to Savannah Guthrie as so cute because she had a follow-up question. And now that I'm doing the rewatch, I couldn't help but notice all of the nods and shakes of the head of the woman in the background who apparently represents that community very fully, the QAnon supporting community. Okay, so he doesn't know anything about QAnon. Brett, is that true?
No, he does know about QAnon because he's like, but I do, he only knows what's convenient to know for his argument. He knows everything about QAnon. And he says Antifa exists. That's why. It's like, have you been to your rallies? Because I know from the B-roll that we have that QAnon signs are all over your rallies. So they exist, you freak. Also, QAnon obviously exists because they went to a pizzeria with a gun and were there to bust an underground pedophile ring, literally in a basement that didn't exist. Yeah. So it happens, and everyone should be absolutely horrified by this because QAnon, the Boogaloo Boys, these are people that the FBI and all of the militias that are emboldened by Trump's rhetoric, the FBI just busted a ring of them who were going to kidnap 2 governors. That's real. Yeah. That's real, and your ignorance is negligence because QAnon is creating actual unrest and violence, as well as every other conspiracy theorist that has become part of your base. And the reason that you pretend you don't know is because it benefits you politically. Yeah, and that's not all right.
Yeah. No, none of it was. The takeaway there is this could not really be much more like the white supremacist Proud Boys thing from the first debate. He's asked to condemn it. He pretends to not know anything about it, except that you leave with a very strong feeling that people in the group that he's being asked to condemn like that interaction. The Proud Boys are very happy with the first one. If you believe in QAnon, you loved all of that. Oh, Trump is pretending he doesn't know, but he has to. That's part of the plot. And he's thanking us for fighting pedophilia, something that he totally is against. Yeah, they're gonna love that. And that's why he said every part that he said, because he wants to reassure those people. The Republican Party needs the QAnon movement, and it's kind of nice to them to see it expand since they believe that Donald Trump is some sort of Captain America figure that's gonna solve everything. It's insane, all of that was insane. Him saying he doesn't know if the Democrats are all satanic pedophiles and that Savannah Guthrie doesn't know. all of this stuff, throw it on the mountain of things that should be disqualifying in and of themselves, but won't be because this is 2020 and you can say and do literally anything you want.
Yeah,
in politics or media.
Also, I denounced white supremacists. No, you didn't. It took you 3 days, and the only reason you decided you had to denounce them is because that was a bridge too far. QAnon, everyone needs to make it a bridge too far. And the last thing I'll say about these 2 town halls is that there were higher ratings for the Biden town hall than there was for the Trump town hall.
Hey.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Hey, we're gonna get into all that, buddy. I'm excited to talk about it too. Why don't we transition to that right now then? Because yeah, we could talk again. The white supremacist stuff came up, and his answer showed that he was clearly more angry at being asked about white supremacy than he is about the fact that there are white supremacists. There's a lot of other nonsense. What's the point? Doesn't matter. Nobody cares about anything. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.